Hey, what's cracking, everybody, man? It's your boy, Jason Yamamoto, and a lot of you guys are requesting on how to pass the APFT 2-mile run. This video is specifically targeted to the beginners who have realized that they suck at running. I made videos in the past, and they specifically were targeted to service members that were already in the military. But this video is going to be targeted to the new recruits or even just beginner runners in track and field, right? So I want you guys to take all the advice that I give in this video. It's going to be a lengthy video, so just pay attention to it, and I'll try to make it as fast as possible. So a little bit about myself and my background. I've been running for 18 to 19 years. I started running when I was 13. I'm currently 31, turning 32. So that's almost 20 years of knowledge and experience that I now have, and I can give back to you guys. So a lot of you guys are struggling with the 2-mile run, period. So the fastest way to improve on your run, the fastest way, hands down, is to pick a hill. You start off gradually, and then you find bigger hills to tackle. Okay, so you find yourself a small hill, and I want you to run that hill for 20 minutes, up down for 20 minutes. Okay, once you've done that and you feel like, oh, okay, I completed that, I want you to find a bigger hill. Go further. The higher the incline, the better. Okay, well, I want you to strive for difficult hills. What this is going to do is going to challenge your body in your run. The most important thing about the 2-mile run is the mental toughness portion. All right, anybody who's been running, you can ask any real runners, right? The mental toughness is really specifically targeted towards yourself. You're competing against yourself because you're the one telling yourself that I can't give up. I must finish this. I must do this. All right. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, that the 2-mile run is a sport within yourself. You're competing against yourself. Obviously, when you're running on a track and field, you're competing against other athletes. But when you're doing the APFT, you're not competing against any other athletes. There is no other athletes. You're soldiers, right? Of course, soldiers can support you morally when you're running, but or help you pace, but at the same time, it's an event that only you can pass for yourself. So this event is specifically targeted towards yourself. So you have to find the internal fortitude, right, to complete this particular event. And the best way to do it is running hills. All right, stop running these 2-mile tracks. Or these 2-mile courses. They're not going to do anything for you because they're flat. They're a flat surface, and they provide no challenge for the body. The only thing that provides is the endurance portion. But you'll get that endurance if you're running up and down hills. I promise that to you. Okay. Second thing you guys need to do is you need to do a lot of bodyweight squats. I need you guys to do about 200 to 300 repetitions. Wait for it, per week. All right. You thought I was going to say per day. No, per week. I just find a way to break down the amount of repetitions that you need to do per week and just knock them out. I promise you're going to get a better stretch in your legs. Your legs will become more denser, or the bones will become more denser, which will allow less shin splints. I know a lot of you guys are having difficulty with shin splints, but it's because your bones aren't dense enough, and what you're doing is you're adding body weights into your body, and you've never ran before, and you're causing shin splints towards your shins, and it becomes painful. All right, so do yourself a favor and start learning how to do bodyweight squats. Do it any way you can, but make sure you're doing it ass grass. All right, get a good deep stretch into your squat, and you will improve on your run. All right. Another thing you can do is also do front lunges. Walking front lunges will provide a better stride for your run. I will talk about rhythms and breathing in just a little bit, But with the front lunges, right? When you're doing the walking front lunges, you're going to get better strides, better stretch in your legs. And it's also a kinetic dynamic stretch as well when it comes to making sure that you're getting a good stretch into your legs to give you a better stride. So consider those three things: running an uphill, doing bodyweight squats, and walking lunges. All right, those are the three things you can do for your legs to improve on your 2-mile run. Now, what you guys also need to understand that when I first started running, I had bad nutrition. I was eating 1 meal a day. I know, I get it. It's not healthy, but a lot of you guys are struggling with meals because some of you guys think, oh man, I'm fat. The recruiter's telling me I need to drop 10 to 25 pounds of weight. Some of you guys even 100 pounds of weight. And it doesn't help you by eating 1 meal. You guys got to eat between 3 to 4 meals a day. And you gotta learn how to portion them too. When I mean a meal, not a fucking buffet. All right, a meal consists of a serving of carbs and a serving of meat, okay, or protein. Whatever. If you're a vegetarian, you figure out what you need to consume for protein. So you need carbs and proteins. All right. Those are your two main things to help supplement your energy and muscle rebuilding. Okay. I didn't understand this until I started researching more about nutrition about almost 6-7 years ago, and my run has definitely improved over time. If not, my current running time is 14:30, and I'm 31 turning 32, so that, in my opinion, that's really good that I can outrun a bunch of freaking kids, right? Another thing that you guys need to understand that you got to consume a lot of liquids, okay? To include your consumption of carbs and proteins, your liquids will also replenish all the consumed oxygen in your muscles. All right, so your body requires a lot of oxygen when it comes to a 2-mile run, and it can't properly heal and properly recover without that amount of water. So if you're pissing fucking coffee in the morning, right, you know that your body needs that water. So start consuming a lot of liquids. All right, so moving forward, but you guys need to understand that your feet will change over time. So if you're 13 years old, you're going to notice that in 4 years, your feet's going to get bigger. All right, it's going to change in size. It can be from a normal arch to flat feet. I had a normal arch in my feet, right, when I was 18 years old, and at that time I was wearing 9.5 shoe size. I'm 31, and my shoe size is now 10.5 wide, flat. I have flat feet. Yeah, so it's best that you would talk to a specialist who specializes in feet, to have them look at your feet and making sure that you're wearing the right size shoe. Okay, some of you guys may need medical shoes. Look, it is what it is, but you need to talk to a specialist and see what shoes is needed for your feet. You're going to find that your feet, believe it or not, is the most crucial thing when it comes to running. Because if you hit a bump on the road, you hit this little pebble, your feet's going to feel it, and it's going to cause this little shock wave up to your legs and to your thighs, to your hip, to your lower back, to your lower spine, and you're gonna start noticing that when you're running and walking, you're not feeling the same, because your feet has been damaged, right? Due to the wrong shoe, the way your shoes fitted on your feet. You're gonna realize that, hey, I'm not performing the best because my feet aren't comfortable. All right, so make sure you find a comfortable size fitting shoe for your feet, and you're gonna start really noticing that you're gonna have better runs. All right, make sure you guys get running shoes, man. Stop getting basketball shoes. Stop getting fucking tennis shoes. Get running shoes specifically for running. It's not that bad. You can find one for cheap, $40. And go to to Foot Locker, go online, something. You can find one for $40. You don't need the flashy looking ones. Just get something to help you learn how to run first, okay? And then if you want to invest on better shoes, do that on your own time. All right. Now let's discuss about the breathing and the rhythm of running. Right. Here's the thing. When I run, I have this 3 count breathing pattern that I do, which is 2 inhales and 1 exhale. It's gonna go. So it's left, right, left, and that exhale will carry over to the right step, and then I repeat this process. Normally, I start breathing like this on my 2nd or 3rd minute into running. Right? That's because my heart rate has reached its peak, and my body's trying to find this rhythm where I can intake this oxygen, so that way I can replenish my muscles and continue my current pace in running. So if you're noticing that you're not doing this around, your 4th or 5th minute, it means that your heart rate hasn't reached its highest point. So it's important that you guys train at an intensity where your heart rate, you're meeting your heart rate as fast as possible. If you're not doing that, you're not going to get the proper pacing that is required for you to accomplish your 2-mile run at a specific time. So I want you guys to understand that if you're not doing some sort of rhythmic pacing, you're not going to have the best 2-mile run ever. All right, so learn how to get this rhythm going, which is that's just exaggerated, but when you're running, you're gonna, and don't do it too fast, because you throw your rhythm off, you're not going to get the right amount of oxygen, and you might throw yourself off and your entire run off. So just keep that in mind, that there's a rhythm, right, when it comes to running. So when you're running, you go all right, so get that rhythm going. Last but not least, learn how to have a good stride. A lot of people don't have good strides when they're running. All right, I noticed a lot of people, especially my buddy yesterday when we ran our 2-mile run. My buddy Charles was having issues with his strides. He was taking way more steps than he needed to, and when I had to slow down to meet his pace, I noticed that we were using more steps in order to meet the distance required to complete our 2-mile run. I felt like I did 3 times more of the work than what I would have done if I would just kept my normal stride and my normal speed and running, right? So it's important to get a further stride. I know some of you guys are a little bit taller. The taller guys have better strides because they can travel a lot further because they have longer legs. I know the shorter guys have shorter legs, females, whatever. Just work with me here, right? You guys will use more steps in order to achieve the distance that you're required for your 2-mile run. Now, regardless of what your height is, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter what your height is. If you can get a better stride, and if you can reduce the amount of steps, it's going to be a lot better for you. That's already common sense, because you're using less energy. Less steps, more distance equals less energy. That energy you could use on your speed. All right? So I want you guys to focus on better strides. All right? I want you to achieve a longer stride for every time you're taking a step. That way you can acquire more distance, less energy, and you can use that reserved energy for speed. So keep that in mind. Last but not least, all right, I want to kind of close this video. I know this video is running long. I want you guys to really focus on this one thing. This one thing, okay? Positive attitude. Without positive attitude, if you're looking at the 2-mile run as something dreadful, something like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to run this 2 mile, you're going to always have a bad run. Think optimistically. Sorry. The Asian is coming out of me sometimes. Think optimistically. Sorry. Think optimistically about the run. Okay? If you concentrate on, man, it's too far, I don't know if I can do this, you're always going to fail the 2-mile run. All right? You have to build confidence, and the only way you build confidence is, I have to enjoy this run. I have to at least meet the first mile and finish off the last mile. The best way to do it is you visualize the first quarter mile, say, all right, I'm gonna run this quarter mile, all right, I'm gonna run to the next quarter mile, and so forth. But don't look at it as a negative. All right, the mind is very powerful. If you can turn that negative into a positive, you're going to always have a really good run all the time. Even if you're not meeting your time, if you're saying, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to complete this 2-mile run, whether I pass it or fail, you know, you're always going to improve. But if you're always going to look at it like, oh my God, this is going to suck, you're always going to come in 20 minutes, 22 minutes, 23. Sometimes you just give up, okay? Look at it in a positive way, optimistically. Optimistically. I'm thinking of Optimus Prime for some reason. Optimistically. And you're always going to have a good run, okay? That's the most important advice I can give you guys, all right? If you guys got any more questions, if you want more tips, just ask me on the comment section below. I'll type it out for you, and hopefully that will help you guys out. It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later.